Hey guys, welcome back to the Auto Talk YouTube channel. So this week we have got a video going on about this car here, bit of a special, well-known Honda Integra DC5. So it is Jamie's from Officially Gas car. He has come to us to for us to do an all-wheel drive conversion. There's not many of these around, and we have been asked, to work our magic on it and make it four-wheel drive, which is going to be an epic project. So what we're going to do, we're going to head into the workshop and then introduce it to Jamie, and then he can talk you through what the plans are for it and how things have changed slightly. So we've now got Jamie's Integra in the workshop. We've also got Jamie here with us today. Yep. So we're just going to give it a quick overview of what we've done and what originally Jamie came in for. So yeah, welcome, and thanks for popping in again.
No, thank you so much. And yeah, I mean, guys, you might know, well, you've probably seen my channel, and hopefully that's why you're here watching the build in its entirety in a little bit more depth. But those who follow the channel from the beginning of the journey of this car will know that I basically started by buying it. It was already Jackson supercharged. I loved the supercharged whine, but it didn't really have the torque. It didn't have that boost. So what I then done is I boosted this on a stock engine. And we went through a couple of different variants, a couple of different turbos. Yep. And then it got to the point where we kind of wanted a little bit more. We wanted to do something special with it. Let's say maybe a week or so before I got it here, it actually started misfiring too. So when I brought it in, it had a bit of a miss, right? And then basically it went in, and you guys stripped it down, and you worked out that the engine was just about holding on to life.
I think it was on its last legs, and yeah, to be quite honest with you, yeah.
And I think at that point it was making in and around 460 brake, the last time it was on the dyno. So being silly, being me, being cheap, trying to, you know, do things half-hearted, I actually bought a forged engine second-hand. Now, Chris will be able to tell you how bad of a decision that was, because it all went wrong.
Unfortunately, yeah, after we got the engine out of Jamie's car, we found that one wasn't very good. As we said, it's on its last legs. But the new forged engine you bought was a bit of an unknown. As you were aware, it was a bit of a risk when you bought it. But yeah, after we stripped it down, did some tests on it, did some leak downs, we could see it wasn't in great health. So that engine needed rebuilding. So yeah, we decided not to use the forged engine Jamie got because it wasn't in good health and it would have needed a rebuild. So yeah, we ended up stripping down Jamie's original engine and then finding out what was wrong with that and working out what we needed. So yeah, from there...
I mean, and that's where it kind of got a little bit more expensive for myself, because not only had I bought a forged engine and paid good money for that, now I had to build a new engine from scratch. And you know, it's always the right thing to do from the beginning. So like, you know, I kind of took that one on the chin. The only problem then was all the four-wheel drive bits I had bought that were kind of stripped off of CRV, with the kind of new power goals and just the longevity, if we were putting good money into this build, we thought we needed to upgrade them. So basically, we then had to try and find wagon bits, and wagon bits are pretty much like rocking horse. You know, you just can't find them. So for anyone who doesn't know what a wagon is, it's I think it was like a early 90s, late 80s Civic four-wheel drive variant. I think in the UK they were called shuttles, but basically their four-wheel drive kit can take a lot of power. But as I say, everyone wants them, you just can't get them. Managed to find some dodgy set. It was overnighted from Romania, and it come like Sunday night, and it was dropped
Unbelievable,
here.
yeah.
Like really Sunday night.
Probably the only one in the world available.
Yeah, probably, yeah. But we've got it, and it's on the car. And then after that, you know, things just, it kept spiraling.
It did.
It did. But you know what? We're obviously building something that hopefully no one has seen yet in the UK. I mean, DC5s that are four-wheel drive, they're very limited. I think they're few and far between. As far as I know, there's only been one other one built, and it's touch and go if that's even still around right now. But it wasn't built as kind of in depth as we're going with this one.
Yeah, we're going for it now, aren't we?
So we're going all out. I mean, do you want to kind of tell them what's already been done? Give me a little update.
So we'll show you underneath. So yeah, like I say, we have had this car in for on and off over the last month or so. So we have made some great progress with the all-wheel drive conversion. So yeah, starting at the back, we've got the rear diff in place. There was a bit of boot floor that needed to be cut out. We had to put this brace in, obviously put the drive shafts in, different hubs, different lower arms, and you had the new suspension on actually, didn't you, from very recently? You bought that and got that on the car. So yeah, we've got basically all in situ now. Coming forward on here, we've got the prop and the viscous coupling. The difficult bit for the all-wheel drive conversion on this is the actual length of the prop shaft. So because it came off the wagon, it obviously didn't fit this car. So we've now actually got the prop shaft away, getting shortened, getting balanced. So that will be the final piece of the project in there to connect everything up. And then we will be officially all-wheel drive. Yeah.
All-wheel drive.
So, yeah.
Should we tell them a little bit about this too, actually?
Yeah, yeah, why not?
Right, so guys, you might know by now, I've probably dropped my video, but this is where it kind of got a little bit more special for this build and a little bit more, let's say, unique. Now, four-wheel drive in Hondas and Civics and things like that is kind of commonplace, still a little bit rare, but I mean, a lot of people are doing H-pattern gearboxes, you know, and if they're upgrading them, perhaps going PPG, straight cut gears or whatever, but that's more of a gear set. With this build, what we've decided to do is just kind of go all out, and we've actually went for a sequential. So basically just bang, 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 bang. Probably the most expensive single modification or part that I've ever bought for one car.
So that's going to be obviously a lot stronger as well than the original, because we were worried about the strength of the gearbox.
That's it.
You know, running all that power and putting it through four-wheel drive, it's going to take a lot more strain. So
that's it. Also, straight cut gears with the drag gear set. So, I mean, helical and straight cut gears, for people who don't know, I'm talking like I know, but I've learned along the process. Helical gears are obviously made for noise reduction, but they're slightly weaker. Whereas straight cut gears, you get the nice whine, they're literally straight cut.
Yeah, and it would sound like a rally car. Yeah,
I'm going to feel like a race driver, and that's the plan.
That is the plan when you're sat on the strip. Cool. So yeah, we'll move into the engine room and show you what we've done in there. So there's a bit of a build going on in here.
All right, guys. So basically, I'm not going to act like I know what I'm talking about or what we're really looking at. So I'm going to leave it to these two geniuses to tell you.
And this is Jamie's old engine. So that was the one we made the decision not to build. So here we go. This is the new engine getting constructed by Josh. So he's been working on it this week, measuring all the tolerances, getting it all right, getting it ready to put together. So yeah, what's the brief spec of it, Josh? What have we got in there? What's going in?
Wiseco forged pistons, Manley H-beam rods.
Yep.
Sort of usual upgrades, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Upgraded race bearings, ARP hardware throughout.
Yep.
Usual.
So it's going to be a strengthened bottom end, good for what's it rated to? 700 horsepower?
I think we're going for about 500 to 600 horsepower at the moment, aren't we?
That's what the power goals is, isn't it, Jamie? Yeah.
Yeah, the more the merrier, but you know.
We'll see. Well, it's going to be built strong anyway, so it'll be able to hold not only a lot of power, but obviously this car's boosted as well. So that's what makes the difference. But yeah, got a load of old parts over here, just old pistons, old rods. Is there any damage we can show? Loads of damage. Yeah, there's a lot of damage from the old engine. So going through this, Josh, what was this? This was the piston, was it? Piston and rod.
Piston and
saw
rods.
A lot of heat.
Here, which was number 3 rod, you can see.
Don't think you see that. That dark colour in there. There's a lot of heat damage.
You see it inside as well, and as we once said, X marks the spot.
Yeah. So.
Also, the top of one of the pistons as well was all damaged and all caught up.
Yeah, so that was the damage on the old engine, along with a few other bits and pieces. We've got the new head there remanufactured now. New valve springs and guides, was it? On that one?
Yeah, I think it's had a very slight resurface. Springs, retainers, replacement valves because they were bent.
Yep.
Usual stuff, stemmer seals. Pretty much what you go. If anything left on that, I think it's supports are still stock. So.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, that's a brief overview. Josh is working away on this week and next. So hopefully next video Jamie puts out, we should have an engine in the car and it will build back up together. So we'll leave you there for now. We'll get back on the build and give you an update shortly.